YouTube, how's it going? Quick little video. It is climate domination. I go 30 for 20. I know it's not the best score in the world, but it is just with the Moors and pretty much just that one or two kills with that little UMP Uzi thing. So obviously anyone watching this video, you guys will be playing Advanced Warfare, and you'll know that the new guns came out on Tuesday gone. It is currently Sunday, and these came out last Tuesday. Now, it took me ages to get one of these new weapons. The reason for that is, unlike the AE4 and the OHM and stuff like that, you don't, upon them being released obviously on Tuesday, you don't automatically get them in your arsenal, in your armory. What happens is you have to unlock them by getting a variant of the base model in, not the base model, sorry, a variant in supply drops, advanced supply drops is that, which is really quite annoying, but whatever reason they do that. So I just got my first one last night. I got the Blunderbuss Dragon Breath, which is like a red and black variant, and then obviously because I unlocked that variant, I got the base model as well, which is pretty good. But I'll just run through a couple of the well, I say a couple of the new guns. I'll just run through the new guns with you here. So obviously the Blunderbuss, like I mentioned before, it is pretty much like a short range shotgun. It's got huge damage up close, and it's got like a really wide spread, as you'd expect. It is that typical sort of gun that you see in the cartoons, where you see the cartoon character, they'll just fill it with shoes and nails and hammers and God knows what else, and just put gunpowder and just fire it. Now obviously, just like in the cartoons, it does take ages to reload, really long. So I mean, it is pretty much just like a one-shot sort of system there. Shoot someone, there can't be more than one coming at you pretty much at a time, because you're just gone when it reloads. But obviously the trade-off there is high damage for slow reload. The known variants of obviously the Blunderbuss, apart from the base model, so far is that I'm aware of anyway, the Dragon Breath, which is red and black, the Thunder Pipe, which is that yellow one, which looks pretty good, Dragon Fire and Musketeer, but there's also a further 9 on top of those. So there is a huge amount of Blunderbuss variants out there. The Dragon Fire one does look really good. That's the one with the dragon's head on the end. So that's the one that looks really good. I think this is where I got that little piece, split quad feed, I think it was. Well, faded quad feed essentially. There you go, because some guy decided to connect halfway. Anyway, the other weapon there is the STG-44, which is like an assault rifle. It's really accurate weapon as well. Obviously, it's got quite a high damage at medium range. The only ones I've actually seen people kill me with, or that I've seen in games, has been the royalty version, which is a lot of purple. But there's obviously the base version, the Iron Claw as well, which was released. Now, I'm not sure of any other variants or how many other variants of these weapons there are. Or of that weapon there is even. Obviously just the Iron Claw and the base model, but it's still pretty good. I mean, it is OP, just like the Blunderbuss. The Blunderbuss is massively OP, but I've not used it myself. Obviously, like I said, I've only just got the Blunderbuss. And then the final one, I think, which was released, was the SVO, which is pretty much the Dragunov from COD 4. It's like it's a Barrett essentially, in the way that it's a semi-automatic, so it's not like a bolt action like the Moors is here. It's semi-automatic, obviously. Really high damage. It is pretty much one-shot kill regardless where you hit someone, or at least when I've obviously picked one up off the ground and hit people, it's been one-shot kill. And when I've managed to be getting killed by it, they've been hitting me pretty much anywhere, and I've been dropping to the floor like a sack of shit. But aside from that, the only bad thing about it as well is it has a massive recoil, as you'd expect with a weapon that powerful. Again, you're trading off your like your damage for the recoil. I've seen obviously people like Pomage and a couple of other people on YouTube use it with the iron sights, and it did look pretty much unusable with iron sights. Although it did look like the AK-47, Pomage and a couple of the other guys out there pointed out. But aside from obviously that, the massive recoil, the two variants I'm aware of, other than the base model, well, other than the base model is the Fury and the Royalty. I'm not sure what variant the Royalty is, so obviously the Royalty is just pretty much a camoed version of the Elite variant of that gun. For example, the AK-12 Royalty is the finger trap. It's not the finger trap, is it? Which one? Brilliant. Can't even remember that now. But anyway, it's like the version of that. The BAL. That's probably better on the BAL variant. Well, the BAL Royalty variant is the not the Obsidian Steed, the other one, the Inferno BAL Inferno, but with a Royalty purple camo on, which is pretty good. But I mean, aside from that, the only downside of all of these weapons, apart from the fact that everybody else has them apart from me, is the fact that everybody else has them apart from me because they're only obtainable via supply drops and advanced supply drops. I've seen tons of people obviously online on Twitter, on YouTube, being like, oh my god, I'm so lucky that I've unlocked like all 3 variants and all that stuff after they've bought 100 plus advanced supply drops. So you're not really lucky, you're bound to get something decent in 100 plus advanced supply drops. But anyway, that's just my little my little rant for that scenario there. But obviously the game's wrapped up here, guys, so thanks for watching. If you liked it, comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you next time.